Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adam Friedland Show, the podcast, Adam Friedland Show podcast. We are back once again. I'm with my boy Nicholas.
What's up?
You have a headache?
Yeah, it keeps coming and going.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like waves I'll get.
Waves?
Yeah, I think you're probably just drinking too much coffee.
Yeah.
Initially, it's not enough coffee, and then it's too much coffee.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
We're
feeling good.
We're feeling good.
A lot of Google alerts for you, huh?
I don't know. I'm actually not. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I don't seek out fucking shade on the internet, but like, I guess now Cameron is coming for my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you want to play it?
Well, I want to play it by inviting him to the show.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, he called me a homosexual.
Did he, though? I saw his comment. He didn't.
He said I went too far.
That's not calling you a homosexual.
He did a face palm.
That's saying you went too far.
Well, a lot of the comments were pretty disparaging.
Yeah.
Ebro from Hot 97 said I was pause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people were just like, were pretty disturbed by me saying that Scott Storch was smoking a big dick.
Right. Well, thanks to everyone who came out this weekend in Austin. I will be in Detroit, Michigan this weekend. Please come out. I'm at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, believe it or not.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Is it the same guy?
I thought it was Bowser's, personally.
You thought it was Bowser's Comedy Castle, like from Super Mario.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, and then also the following weekend, you are in
It's not
Chicago.
fair that a turtle has a castle. No, 2 weekends.
2 weekends after that, Nick's in Chicago, and then special taping.
Yeah, April 17th through 20th at the Comedy Works Denver. Hopefully we can sell that one out.
I think you're going to sell out your special taping.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Have you been doing any altitude training?
No, and I feel like I'm doing it right now with this fucking headache.
Well, we're at sea level right now, but you're going to be shooting your special.
Well, what it is a
mile high.
The air quality is, it's shit again outside. And now it doesn't smell like a fucking campfire anymore.
Is it the Canada fires still?
It's the Canada fires.
What, they just can't stop these craps?
I don't know.
What is it? This fucking Trudeau.
It's like, how hard could it be to put out a fucking forest fire?
Pretty easy it has to be.
They got the helicopters with water. That seems like, when I see those water helicopters.
And they just dump them?
It's like, that's not doing it. There's no way that's doing anything.
That seems pretty pathetic. It seems like that's like not.
It's
not
like, we don't. There's really nothing we can do about this at all. It's like, it's almost as if there was a tornado, and they just set up like a big box fan in the opposite direction. Mm-hmm. Like, let's just blow the tornado towards.
Yeah. I think like
a giant cork for a volcano. Like a champagne bottle.
Yeah, like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
You open it and you make it rain on them hoes. I'm sorry about the headaches.
Yeah, that's all right. It's
well,
fine.
You think I shouldn't have played it like that with Cameron? I thought that's what recording.
I was just asking.
No, I mean it was one of the most awesome things that's ever happened in the world for him to call me gay on the internet.
Yeah, that's gotta be an awesome job though, being the helicopter firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be like very
firefighter
smoky.
Plus helicopter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all have to be trans.
Well, there was that one, the Ben Shapiro guy.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I've just read stories about that one trans helicopter pilot multiple times, but in my perception is that about 70% of trans people are helicopter pilots.
I don't think that's inaccurate.
Yeah.
But that's a guess. I haven't checked this.
Which makes it funny that conservatives do that I identify as an Apache helicopter thing.
Do they do that?
Yeah, that's like their joke is, oh, you can be whatever you want, fine. I identify as an Apache helicopter.
Oh, I thought they do.
Great, identify as an Apache helicopter. Let's get a trans person inside of you immediately.
Yeah.
Why don't you follow through with the bit then?
That's kind of a little bit of a self-own on their part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually identify as it. If you did, we'd embrace you, but we would need to have a trans person climb into your ass and pilot you.
Yes, exactly. I thought their big joke was that my pronouns are fuck you or something. Isn't that what they say stuff like that?
And the, you know what died out is, they all had the, that shit from 300.
This is Sparta?
That it's, no. It's a Greek expression that means like get her done. You know what I'm
I
talking
never heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were we saying before that? Oh yeah, that trans helicopter pilot has to be the most famous helicopter pilot ever because she was also the pilot during the Bronco chase during OJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like she's just like
I mean, there's really only two I can name is her and Arnie Pie in the Sky.
Who's that? I don't know.
It's the helicopter news guy from The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's kind of like a Forrest Gump. She shows up at Ben Shapiro debates, at O.J. Simpson Bronco chases. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the other big thing in the news, the Secret Service has concluded their investigation of the cocaine found in the White House.
And what was the conclusion?
With no suspects identified. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the video of Hunter on the balcony?
I
where
did.
He's like,
he's barely doing anything.
yeah, I think it's if you put it in the context of he's on blow, then it looks like he's on blow, but he's probably doing nothing. His hair is very wet, but it's been a very hot summer, so
yeah.
That's I think the dream guest for the show.
The funniest thing was when Jake Sullivan just tried to like casually blame it on the people renovating the Situation Room. Which has got to be like, those have to be like Army engineers, right? It's not like
they have to have the best in the biz.
Well, it's probably, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I can't imagine it's like they went to Home Depot and got like 5 Guatemalan guys and they're like, hey, rebuild the situation.
No, they got Norm Abram.
Yeah.
They got the whole squad from This Old House.
Yeah. It's the Property Brothers.
They have the Property Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the best in the biz.
Yeah.
I used to watch that show with my dad every Saturday morning. That was our go-to. This Old House.
Property Brothers?
No, This Old House.
Oh.
On PBS. He loved it.
I just saw the Property Brothers in something.
What was that? The new Mission Impossible, perhaps?
No, I think an advertisement for carpool karaoke.
Are they still doing that?
Carpool karaoke? Yeah, they spun it off. It started off as just a thing on.
Who hosted again? Fallon?
No, the pig man.
Oh, I thought he's gone.
Yeah, it's.
Didn't we send him back to the farm?
Now I'm getting really nauseous also, but what's it, James Corden?
Yeah.
I think they started carpool karaoke as a segment on his show, and then I might have to go throw up.
It's a cool shirt you got.
Yeah. No, I mean I literally might have to.
Well, it says pause.
Wait,
What's wrong with you?
I'm fine. Give me a second. Just talk about something for a second. I don't know. I got headaches and I think maybe it's like a migraine or something. And the lights are making it worse. And
take an Ad. We have Advil too in the.
Is it like the kind that makes you go to sleep?
No, it's ibuprofen and acetaminophen.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, Advil 2, the deuce.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by. Ooh, look at that!
I tell you, this is the first time in a while I've done.
Give it up for Adam Ginsberg.
Thank you. I'll just take this. I'll take the dual.
Take that.
I got this one.
Take 2 of those.
Boom. Yeah, the first time I've done 2 full weekends in a row, back to back. Having those Thursday shows in there is.
Yeah, you're here and you're at home for 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
It really sucks.
Yeah, no.
Yesterday was nice, like being at home. Like I got kind of manic in the middle of the day because I was like, oh, Drake's in town for the week. I was like, we're gonna do it. We've had one rapper. We're gonna have Drake now. And then I hit up Shane. I was like, how can we get him? And he's like, you realize like I have a podcast too. Like I'm not gonna get him for your podcast.
Yeah.
But
We don't have a podcast. We have a talk show.
Yeah, we have a talk show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying to him, I was like, it would be really funny if Drake was just in town all week doing podcasts like he did Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Like that's how he spent his week in New York doing the New York comedy
doing
podcast.
B and Ian.
I'm in the basement with Drake.
Oh my God, Drake, do you like Ghostbusters? What do you think about Ghostbusters?
Oh my God, he's so funny, man.
They're doing well, him and Jordan.
Yeah, they're doing really well, it seems.
Yeah, people love that show.
People love that show. We love them too. They're friends. They, to some extent, we gave birth to the being.
Are you gonna take credit? That's disrespectful.
No, they came on ours, and they,
They're doing their own thing. They've been doing comedy longer than you have. They're better comedians than you.
I didn't say that.
I know. I'm saying it.
I didn't say that I was better than them. I said that Ian was just our pal. He went on Come Town. He became a fan favorite.
But he was always a more established comedian.
Okay, Ian was the most fan. I'm not saying that I'm responsible. I'm saying that we had a podcast and these were fan favorites on our podcast, and now they have their own podcast.
It seems like there's like
I'm not taking credit.
sort of a patrician element to your comment.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking credit for anything. If anything, I was on your podcast.
Yeah.
So you are the architect.
The architect.
Mm-hmm. Ergo.
Nothing I've done has been deliberate.
You don't think
I've
so?
learned that by trying to handle all these tax and accounting issues over the last.
I know, that's why you have a headache, dude. You're looking at all these numbers.
Truly, honestly, looking at spreadsheets does give me a headache. Spreadsheets and then wires really fucking. I cleaned up. The cat would go behind the TV and piss all over the wires. I had like this entertainment hutch. And then, like most people, it's just you plug something in and you just fucking jam, the wires back in there. But it took like a month of just, piecemeal when I can. But I got like a thinner gauge Ethernet cable for everything and measured how, much space I needed. And then I put like routed channels and stuff. Mm-hmm. Zip tying, cleaned it all up so looks nice and neat. I put a jack on the wall to send data to the back of the house and the access point, so everything's like nice and clean. But even just 20 seconds of getting like just holding the wires, my head just starts fucking pounding.
Yeah. That must be how that guy feels. Those bomb squad guys feel.
Mm-hmm. You should be on the bomb squad.
I haven't bombed in a long time.
Yeah.
When was your last bomb? Not like where you're like, that was a bad set, but you did fine.
Like, you mean getting zero?
Yeah.
Certainly not like.
It has to be years.
Headlining. I mean, definitely over the last year, like, especially a lot of the. Interestingly enough, I don't think I've like outright fucking like I don't think I've had like a bad set while sober. Like a lot of when I fell off the wagon last year and being on the road every weekend, it's like some of those shows I'd be pretty fucking drunk and just do whatever. And if I had been sober, I would have been like, that was fucking terrible. But when you're drunk, you don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, probably. I mean, I bombed a lot at the Stand when I was getting ready to do this last
run
tour, and I probably do that again. I'm gonna tape this thing and give it to Steven and see what he can do with it, and if it looks good, put it out, and then if that gets any traction, then I'll have to
write a new hour.
Yeah, just tape, which I can't do on the road. I have to I need to go like bomb at the Stand and remember how to do stand up for like people who aren't just podcast fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that'll be rough, but that's really the only way to do it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I feel like you only get like I will just get worse at stand up by doing weekends on the road.
Yeah, I think that if you're just getting laughs because it's your fans, you're probably not. It's probably you're at a disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah, whatever. I don't remember the last time I properly bombed. Actually, that's not true. Well, I do remember that when I was in DC, my sister moved in with me and my ex-girlfriend, and I used to just go to like. Do you remember that open mic that was run by Tony Woods and stuff? It was like by the like, was that like historic theater? It was on like 7th. Whatever.
I don't remember. I don't remember a Tony Woods open mic.
He used to have like a room. Was it? Yeah, it was like Russ used to run it with him.
Tabak?
Well, there was Tabak, but I used to go to this other.
Tabak was on 14th, or is that on you?
That was on 14th, or it was on you. Sorry.
Yeah.
East of 14th. But yeah, I used to go to this all-black open mic just to be alone and just bomb it. Mm-hmm. Just because my sister and my girlfriend were stressing me out.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was kind of like just, yeah, I was doing it to like, to self-immolate or something.
Yeah, it was always funny when
I just used to fucking eat shit.
White comics would talk about doing black rooms as if it was like this, like, yes, because if you can figure out how to manipulate the black mind into laughter, then you know you can.
I have to learn the black mind.
Yeah. They'd talk about it like it was like a completely different skill set.
Yeah. No, I mean I was just bombing before I even touched the mic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They would just scream at me, tell me I look like Harry Potter.
You say that a lot, but basically anytime you describe
it would happen every time.
An interaction between you and black people.
They say I look like Harry Potter.
You say, "Ooh, you look like Harry Potter."
Ooh, you look like Harry Potter.
You say that.
But Harry Potter is the DC accent.
You say that in that cadence any time you've ever described to me an interaction between you and a black person.
Not any interaction between me and a black person.
Almost invariably.
I think I am on the record as having an interaction with my friend Jadakiss.
No, you were like...
And he wasn't telling me I look like Harry Potter.
You're on the record talking to him, but you're not on the record describing...
You said an interaction.
Yes, but what you're not on the record of is describing that interaction, which is wherein the ooh, you look... Because first of all, I highly doubt any black person has ever said that to you, ever.
That is like insane. If anything, it probably happened 2 times, and then in my mind, I created some sort of narrative where it happened every time. But to say that it's never happened, that would just be like I'm a schizophrenic
or a liar.
But why would that? That's not even a good lie.
Because it's something that black people would say. It's actually you doing.
It's not even a good lie.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't really care either way.
Then I had sex with all of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. It was I would go to that room and just completely eat shit. And then my act was bad.
Mm-hmm. I had fun at Tabak. Mainly watching Rollo.
He's the best.
Dude, he was so funny.
He's the best in the business.
There was this fat Hispanic guy one time that he told him he looked like a Teddy Graham. I still think about that all the time. Not a teddy bear, a Teddy Graham.
Teddy Graham is good. Yeah, I remember his joke about someone bringing a bag of Cheerios to the club.
Yeah. No, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Was it Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, because we're just doing his material.
She said, "You're too fat for snacks."
No, well, he said, I'm at the club, and this girl's like, because he's very dark. She says, "You're too dark for the club."
No, she said, "You're too black to wear black," and he said, "You're too fat for snacks."
Aren't you too fat to be snacking?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, black for black. Fat for snack.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it had like a.
It's 2 a.m. You got a Ziploc baggie of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the club. Really good stuff.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the best is
I've told that story before, but another time there was this older black guy with like, like the stores that don't exist anymore that used to be up and down 6th Avenue that would sell like pimp clothes basically, like like colorful suits and stuff.
Yeah, Steve Harvey stores.
Not necessarily, yes, in that vein, but
Yeah, yeah.
not like big talking heads style,
Yeah,
but like just like a nice suit, but a little bit ostentatious. And he's an older guy, and he's doing the Don Corleone, just the over the shoulders thing, but the arms loose.
That's cool.
And so he's walking in the bathroom, and this is probably the guy. This guy's been cool his entire life.
Of course.
He's got 70 years of cool, and nobody's ever checked him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's walking back, and he walks past Rollo while he's on stage, and Rollo's like, "Ooh, my man said he got his jacket on and off." And the guy was like,
He cooked a guy that's been cool for 80 years. Yeah, the best. I mean, we said this story on Come Town, but I'll say it again. Who cares? The best was when he was doing like my hipster show, and he's crushing, talking about like going up to a white woman saying, "Oh, she looked like she has the pink areolas," and then like
no, he was what that came from. He was talking to a light-skinned woman in the audience, and he's like, "I like them really light-skinned girls. They have those green palm veins and pink areolas." And this woman's like, "Yeah."
Well, whatever he was saying, he was just absolutely murdering, and then just halfway through the set, I think you were there that night. He goes, "Nah, but for real, gay sex is disgusting."
Yeah, yeah. He's like, "You just gonna get raped to death in a bathroom, getting AIDS and shit?"
It's just silence.
Oh, yeah.
Silence. Silence.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, how you gonna have sex in a bathroom?
Yeah. Just getting raped to death in a bathroom.
That's what he thinks gay guys do.
Yeah. I only saw him once or twice in New York. He was doing funny shit because when he moved up here, because he's like, now I gotta like know about politics. And he's like, didn't black people already have enough?
Yeah.
And now I have to fucking learn.
Yeah.
I don't remember I wish I could remember exactly the way he did it or said it, but.
He made like a video. He's like, that I think I did with him, where he was like, I'm making a BuzzFeed video. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I think it was like in the style of BuzzFeed or something. And I went to his house, and it was like questions about dating or something. And yeah, no, it was good to hang out with him.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at these days. I think he went back to DC, or maybe he's back up here. But he's the shit.
Yeah.
Whenever I see him, I get excited.
Yeah, Rollo's awesome.
He's awesome. I also didn't know that wasn't his name. That was the name he would order.
His real name is Adam Friedland.
His real name is Adam Friedland.
And he got into comedy, and he was like, well, no, I have to change it.
His real name is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
No, that was like a joke when he was I think he went to Howard, when he would order pizza with that name, and then that became his stage name. Yeah. Whatever. Good man. Look him up. Wherever he may be. What else is up? So you got to leave tomorrow?
I leave tomorrow. Show tomorrow night. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Yeah, just finally, I think after this is done, I think the expenses are, like everything's clear as to what our operating budget is. I got to send this email to SAG-AFTRA to see if we can get one of these interim agreements so we can hire people and cast people and stuff for these, this stuff we want to shoot for the show.
Yeah.
So hopefully that can happen, and and then we'll be above board with the unions.
Yeah, we don't want to disappear like Jimmy Hoffa, you know?
Yeah. It'd be nice if that just, if the strike goes on long enough that independent productions just all sign the contracts that are necessary. Because that's the thing is like that, like if the main sticking point is AI, like nobody who's making shit independently wants to use AI, right? Like I guess you could. I mean, it makes sense if you're like 14 or 15 years old and it gets to the point where you're like, oh, I want my own Star Wars movie where this happens, and the fucking computer can just spit out the whole movie for you. But if you're making stuff, you want to make it. Right, yeah. So that doesn't really, you don't really have to worry about that, I guess. If you just saw way more independent stuff coming about as a result of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. Yeah. It would also be cool if we were the last television show left
Yeah.
forever.
Well, that might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed. You know, Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon and who are the other ones?
Colbert.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. They all get killed by terrorists, and then
Beheaded, perhaps.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then we just have the Adam Friedland show. It's the only game in town.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could happen, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know shit about anything, but I feel like if it goes on long enough, it's like and it comes back and the ratings are dog shit and people realize they don't want to. Because if this goes on long enough, people probably cancel cable, right? And then, I know network television still exists, but do people actually use those things? You don't see the antennas for sale in like Best Buy.
What do you mean, antennas?
Like, you can still get like regular.
I have one.
You do? Do you
Yeah.
ever use it?
Yeah, for sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
if I'm watching yeah. I mean, that's the only reason to watch any network,
Yeah.
is for sports.
Yeah, once it switched over to digital, something changed that it just wasn't the same. Mm-hmm. Something about like having to fiddle with.
The bunny ears was nice.
Yeah.
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 We used to have it.
Yeah, I know. I used to have tinfoil.
Yeah.
You like
that was the
extend
move.
tinfoil. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting TV from the moon.
Do this to watch The Simpsons. Fucking hold the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice fiddling with those bunny ears. Yelling at your sibling for messing it up.
That's one thing Zoomers don't know anything about.
They're not going to know.
And I'm
about
not
that.
saying it in a way where it's like, oh, you could never. But it is interesting. I bet a lot of them think it was crazy that you used to have to manipulate.
Well, you have to do that with the digital antenna too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to find.
Dana was telling me that she had her dad's TV. There was like a wire that you had to put your thumb over the end of to reduce noise
Static?
or something. Yeah, and they would have to take turns holding the wire, which is that's.
Poverty is so funny.
Well, that's beyond poverty. That's like fucking
Gypsy.
the 20s. Yeah, it's like the Great Depression.
Yeah, we're all huddled around an 11-inch television to
Yeah,
watch
it's
the
weird
president speak.
because you don't think. I mean, you just watch it sort of pass by, and technology is iterative. You know? So it's never like holy shit, I guess. But yeah, you go back 25 years and think about what technology was. And it's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool that
They've changed a lot. Yeah.
You can watch any movie of all time ever. And listen to any song of all time ever.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can't now. Well, you can, but I feel like when I was torrenting stuff, I think I switched. I switched over to just paying for streaming services and renting when we started making money, and I found out you could write all that shit off.
Yeah.
But often there's stuff I want to watch that's just not fucking available. And I don't have any, I mean, I could torrent something on a laptop and then plug that into the TV, but it seems like such a fucking pain in the ass, especially since I just cleaned all the wires up.
Yeah. And now you have another wire out.
Yeah.
And you're living in fucking hell again.
Yeah.
You're basically a fucking cobble.
That movie, The Others, the Nicole Kidman movie.
I don't remember that.
You don't?
No.
It's pretty good. It's about a widow, or you don't know, maybe you don't know if she's a widow or not. She's waiting for her husband to come back from World War I. She's living in this big, big estate. This big old creepy house, waiting for her husband to come home, and she's got 2 kids. And then weird shits. There's ghosts in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they do a seance or whatever, and then they can see the ghosts, and the ghosts are scaring the kids and stuff. And then you find out at the end that they're the ghosts.
They're scaring the kids?
Is it no, her
She's a
and the
ghost.
children are the ghosts.
Oh, it's a little bit of a Shyamalan.
Yeah.
A little bit of a Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the new Ari Aster movie when I was in the airport when I got delayed all day.
Bad Hombre?
Something like that, yeah. No, it's
Beau is Afraid?
Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's a comedy, but it's like very, like, what do you call it? Like
Who's in it? Is it that Narcos guy?
It's Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Yeah, he looks like the Narcos guy.
Yeah.
People love that guy. The Mandalorian. He's the Mandalorian.
Oh, he is a Mandalorian.
Yeah, people love that guy.
Now, what is the Mandalorian?
Women think he's incredibly handsome.
What is the Mandalorian again?
It's something like...
Is it an instrument? Is it a musical instrument?
No, it's like a Boba Fett.
What do you mean?
I think he's like a Boba Fett.
What do you mean, a Boba Fett?
Boba Fett was like, he wears that thing and he kills people.
So it's a guy wearing the same kind of armor.
Yeah, he's like a different Boba Fett.
Oh.
Yeah. Who is Boba Fett? A bounty hunter.
He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you find out in the prequels that he's Maori.
Yeah, he's the bad kid from Summer Heights High.
Yeah, he's
I almost said Sweet Valley High.
Puck you miss.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Fuck you, miss.
That show is so funny.
It's great.
Chris, you should do that.
Just copy the show and do.
No, you should just do a Chris Lilly where like you play every character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that so well.
Picard, Worf, Data.
Data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're Australian.
But they're Australian, and then you have the people from different ships. So you have like you could.
I feel like Australia.
You could do Ben Sisko.
Australia's going to be the last country in space.
To get there?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You think like
Tanzania will reach space before Australia.
You think why?
I don't think they're going to do dumb shit. They're going to
Where
try
do they
to
get? What do they get money from there?
Australia?
Yeah. What's their economy?
I don't know, because like
Animals?
you know what's funny when you're as a kid you see Australia on a map and you think it's like, oh, it's like America, but
So big.
it's so big. Yeah, it's got to be like America, but 95% of the country is unlivable.
There's 3 cities.
Yeah, it's just this fucking.
It sucks.
It's just this giant waste.
You can't drive from one city to another.
You can't. Yeah.
To drive from any city to another city is 24 hours.
Yeah.
They look on the map like they're close, and they're like, no, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, they don't even have arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be in space last.
Yeah.
Or never. Never. I don't think.
They probably have resources in that whole shit that people don't live in.
Yeah. Well, they have all
Right?
these weird. That's the other thing.
They have metal?
They got enough aliens there that they would never need to go to space.
Yeah, it's true.
I watched
like
Fury
Mars.
Road again somewhat recently.
So good.
It's fucking perfect, dude.
So good.
It's such a good movie.
He's making another one.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah.
Fury Road 2?
I watched his other movie on a plane. I had to turn it off.
Which one?
He made one after Fury Road.
What's the movie?
I was like, I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I just wasn't connecting with it. I think it was like I don't even remember it.
It wasn't mad enough for you?
Mad?
It wasn't mad.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't fucking... Yeah, it wasn't pissed enough. No, it was like with Tilda Swinton or something. And there was something about time or some shit. And I was like, yeah, I just want to see a car go fast. And some like fucking gay bondage guys do some shit,
Yeah.
you know? That's cool.
Yeah.
Time isn't cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is in the news? It's really just this strike. I go to Deadline every day and I check for updates.
Yeah.
And then really all I do is I go to the comments to get us. The Deadline's comment section is...
Who's commenting? Like out of work screenwriters?
No, it's a lot of people that are just like anti-strike, but they all read like they're 85 years old.
You think that they're just like studio, like they're...
That's what the accusations seem to be, but it's like, would the studios do that? I mean, maybe they would.
Yeah, they're pathetic.
Yeah, hire somebody to go in the deadline comment section.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, this is selfish. What the writers do.
Yeah. They're waging war.
Yeah.
The war of hearts and minds.
Yeah, I just go to Deadline and I watch people fight about it because that's really the only place you get to see people arguing about this.
And people are fighting about it? I haven't, maybe I'm not really looking into it, but I haven't seen anyone that's anti-strike.
Yeah, you got to go to Deadline comments.
You got to go to Deadline comments. Yeah. I saw a video of Danny Trejo at a picket line. It was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. He's like, there's a lot of people affected by this, like even people's gardeners. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think he's right.
Yeah.
He's like, he was getting interviewed by a newswoman, and in a movie he looks like big and scary, and he was like shorter than the news lady.
Yeah.
They are all kind of tiny.
That's kind of racist.
Not Mexicans, actors.
Oh.
Actors like Edward James Olmos.
Mm-hmm. You know Gary Oldman? Gary Oldman is 5'1".
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He is?
Isn't that crazy?
He looks normal.
No, yeah, 5'1".
In the movies, he looks normal.
No, yeah. He's
no way.
Literally this tall.
Danny DeVito looks...
Oh, sorry, Gary fucking Coleman.
Oh, Gary Coleman. Yeah. They do have the same name.
Yeah.
No one really points that out until I just know.
Yeah, I fuck it up every time.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
You remember he was like down on his luck and he was working as a security guard. People were like taking pictures of him.
Yeah.
At like a parking lot. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, the entertainment industry is brutal.
Yeah. It's a very cruel world.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, oh, look at this little
And people
freak.
love it. People love stories like that.
Yeah,
People
they love
like, wow.
seeing someone destroyed.
They love seeing somebody fucking destroyed.
And he didn't even do anything wrong.
I know.
Yeah, he didn't rape anyone.
He
was just
nothing.
little.
He was just tiny, and people are like, fuck that fucking tiny guy.
Now he has to be work at a parking lot?
Yeah, right.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, there's a perception that it's like, oh, well, he probably overextended himself and fucked up his money, and it's his fault.
What money?
Yeah, I know. Well, you have in your head, it's like, oh, if I know who somebody is, they have made
$500 million.
$500 million.
Yeah.
And it's their fault for not, like, if I was on one season of The Real World, I would have taken the $100 million and invested all of it.
Yeah. I would have bought crypto at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what happens is you make probably like
$80,000 for 3 months.
$80,000.
And then you don't work for 5 years.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
You get a financial advisor or a money manager. They charge you fees to lose your money in the stock market. And then they don't tell you that you owe a bunch of money to the government.
Yeah, and they get paid no matter what.
Yeah, so then you live in debt to, Yeah, that's how it goes. And on top of that, you get violently raped by producers.
And he had it bad, though. He was like, I'm an adult, actually. They're like, no, you're not. Mm-hmm. That used to be a thing in sitcoms where they found, whatever that degenerative or that congenital birth defects is that he has.
Gary Oldman's disease.
Gary Oldman's disease. Yeah.
They should call him Gary Youngman.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man's a chameleon.
Yeah.
But
no, they should call Gary Coleman Gary Youngman because he looks like a young man.
Oh, I'm fucking retarded. I'm actually like...
Yeah, me too. I get dumber.
I'm actually fucking dumb.
I get dumber and dumber every year.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking bad now.
I'm fucking dumb.
Dude, I went somewhere, I forget where I was. I think it was at like Best Buy or... Not Best Buy. I forget where I was, but they're like, can you put your phone number in for the, like... You
didn't remember?
I could not remember my phone number. I forget what my birthday is. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. That's basic. That's birthday and phone number. That's like... Yeah. That's like you teach a baby that.
Somebody asked me what age I am now, and I'm like,
I forgot the other day.
Oh, fuck. And then you realize...
I forgot the other day.
Then you remember how old you are?
Yeah, you had to do, subtract the years.
You're like, yeah, I'm like 26. No, I'm definitely not. I'm much older than that.
I suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like the weird thing about aging is you just deteriorate.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad, and you
have nothing to look forward to because we don't have any like respect for the elderly anymore.
No. Yeah, and you lose self-awareness.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And then even if you're famous, you get tricked into like Deadline will go to an 89-year-old actor's house and be like, "What do you think about black women?" you know.
And be like, actually,
I mean, I think the colored should get what they're asking for. What is that? They want to be let on the bus.
Yeah.
But I don't know about all this other stuff. And it's just because you've got like just two cells like
Yeah.
just transferring a fucking electron.
And
back.
all you remember is the Great Depression.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, racist comments by dinosaur actor. And then your niece is like, Grandpa, what did you say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one in your family talks to you. You die alone.
I miss Gary. I just miss.
I miss Gary Coleman.
That tiny man. I miss my
He looked
tiny.
like a boy, but he was an adult.
I miss my tiny hombre.
Yeah. I guess Hezbollah is Gary Coleman, no?
What?
Hezbollah? You don't know?
Oh, that like he's like Dagestani or something.
Yeah. He's got the same thing, but he's got it worse. Yeah. He's like 2'1".
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like that high pitched voice.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them.
Vern Troyer died too.
He did.
Yeah.
Today?
Sometimes I see, what do they call it? What do they prefer to be called? Little people or dwarves?
Little people.
It's not, midget is the one that's a slur.
Yeah, them going with little people seems like you don't have to do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Have some self-respect, man.
Sometimes I see them and it's just wild to me that still works. You know what I mean? That your body can be that small and your organs are probably that small too, and then you're like living. Yeah.
But I guess a kid is that size.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
Yeah.
We're so dumb.
No, it's just shocking to me.
Yeah.
You would think that would like kill somebody. Because the body's so fragile anyways. Mm-hmm. You can live with all of your organs this big, but not a tumor this fucking big that's in your liver.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that could kill everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. And your balls?
Mm-hmm. And then it's like the head.
That's just right there, man.
The head is normal size too.
That's how they survive, though.
Mm-hmm.
They have the normal size head.
Yeah.
And cock.
Yeah.
They got big ones.
Do they?
I don't know.
Yeah, there should be a disease where I think I have it.
Vern Troyer had a sex tape.
I think I have the disease where you just have like every proportion is shrunk down. Like I often feel like I'm built like Shrek's dad or Brack's dad from the Brack Show.
I don't know that show.
The dad character was like they just used some Marvel like side character or something. He's like a Hispanic guy, but they make his proportions so he's just like slightly tinier than he should be.
Oh.
Here, I'll show you.
I thought the Brack Show was what they called the Wayans brothers in China.
Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah, here he is. Here's his dad, sitting on the left
That's
side.
you.
I've always thought. I remember watching that show. I was like, oh, that's me.
Wait, is that like Adult Swim or something?
Yeah, I was on Adult Swim. That was probably.
I know that thing.
That was like the best show on Adult Swim.
Space Ghost was good.
Yeah.
Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. That was pretty good.
Brack Show was definitely my favorite though.
Isn't that what they called?
Yeah, look at him reading the newspaper. Anyways. Yeah, I feel super dumb. I was up really late last night cleaning my apartment for my dad. He's staying with me. Yeah.
Yeah. In bed.
I thought you were getting him a hotel.
Probably next week I will, but tonight he's getting it at midnight.
It's a late flight for an old man.
Yeah, well, he's coming far. It's like
how's your dad doing?
We'll see.
He seems happy anytime.
He's really nice now.
Yeah.
He's like a really sweet guy.
Well, he's an outlet.
What's that?
Well, you're setting him up with this company thing.
Well, I don't know what's going on with that right now, but no, he's just. I
Yeah,
don't
but he
know.
has an outlet. I mean, for
know,
years he was doing, he didn't really have anything going on.
He had a business with my mom.
Well, that's what I
when she
mean.
passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything. So
But
he
then
has something
after
to,
that, after she passed away, now
Yeah.
he's
Now
he's
he
working.
has
Yeah, we're
something
very
to-
proud of him.
It's
He's a good
crazy
man.
too, because your dad's what, 71?
He's turning 72 next week.
Yeah, you still, like, even at that age, you still need something.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a reason to live.
Yeah.
What-
Even if it's dumb, though. That's what I mean. It's like, even if it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to get into speed cubing.
Right.
At 85 years old.
Or miniatures or something.
Yeah.
What does your dad do for a hobby?
For a hobby? Well, I mean, his project that he's working on, which I'm not going to...
That's private.
Yeah. And I talked to him about that, and he's genuinely, that's been the last like 7 years.
But that's good for him.
Yeah, no, he's like excited. I mean,
It's good for him.
He considers that to be a creative outlet.
Good.
Yeah. It is very funny.
God, we're gonna get laughed at by our sons.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like those fucking losers were on a
That's all right. That's better than fucking dying alone.
dying alone.
We also don't have sons. So that's still on the
We'll
table.
have sons.
We could still die alone.
We'll have sons. They'll be in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be on the same team in the NBA together. They'll be best friends.
But the NBA has been renamed No Blacks Allowed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The post-Trump NBA.
Yeah. What's going on with that? They're trying to get him like in court in like December.
Yeah.
That can't happen, right?
They really think they're gonna get his ass this time. My dad's he's like, finally,
Yeah.
this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I am kind of like just operating under the assumption of any time they've said this, it has not been it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, I don't know. There's more that it's not. I thought it was just Stormy Daniels. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's the classified documents thing.
But isn't that what Biden did also?
I think it has more to do with like that it was he was being a dickhead about giving the files back. Mm-hmm. But the real comparison, from my understanding, is what like Hillary Clinton did was the worst.
Yeah.
And she didn't face any consequences for that, other than not becoming president. Which that's the grand irony of the whole thing is that had Hillary Clinton not stolen classified documents and hid them and then delete emails with classified information in it, and then that coming up through the Anthony Weiner laptop thing, Donald Trump wouldn't have been president. Donald Trump wouldn't have had the opportunity to steal classified information.
Mm-hmm. So it's her fault.
It's literally her fault. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Once again.
If it weren't for Hillary Clinton, those files do not end up in Mar-a-Lago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe, were she to become president, she would have been investigated by Congress because she would have gotten wiped out in the midterms 2 years in. And then they would have opened the email investigation back up, and she would be in Guantanamo Bay.
I don't think, she'll never face any kind of consequences.
No.
For no matter what she does.
No.
Yeah. But she won't ever be president.
We'll see, dude. I'm still holding out hope.
She should run against Biden. How funny would it be if Hillary was like, I'm going to run against Biden, splits the vote, and then Trump wins? And it's her fault again. That would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw in early polling that RFK Jr. in a Democratic primary is polling ahead of Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president.
His numbers are crazy.
He's like 8%.
What's that?
He's at like 8%.
He's at like 20.
Amongst the Democrats?
Yeah. It might have been dinged by his like
the Jew thing?
Yeah, the Jew thing. But the farting thing at that dinner too. Did you read that?
No.
Apparently 2 like 85-year-old men got into a shouting match at that dinner about like COVID or something. And one of them was like, "You're being like a fucking idiot," and the other guy just like just let out a prolonged fart. He's like, that's what I think about that. To like senior citizens.
He's the most awesome guy of all time, man.
Yeah, some old man, yeah. And then RFK was like, Jews invented COVID. Invented it to team up with the Chinese.
To kill the blacks.
He talks like fucking Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that show Oz, but I was like, yeah, there's basically 2 black wheelchair characters, and it's on Oz and Stevie and Malcolm in the Middle.
No, there's more than that. There's the guy on Viper that invented the car.
That's your TV.
Okay. There's also the well, I guess the BK Kids Club has a kid in a wheelchair and a black guy. But collectively, yeah.
In my mind, the BK Kids Club black guy was Jordy.
Was the dad in Terminator in a wheelchair?
I don't remember.
The dad that invented Skynet in T2, the black dad.
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while.
Or is that the same actor that plays the wheelchair guy in Viper?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I don't remember.
There's got to be more. There's definitely more.
I was trying to think of black wheelchair characters in popular media, and I could only think of Stevie and Oz.
Denzel Washington in The Bone Collector. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Glass, was he in a wheelchair?
Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. That's probably the most recognizable.
Yes. Mr. Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of black wheelchair characters.
I guess they
Technically, Axel from Twisted Metal. I think that kind of counts.
Is he black? I guess.
He's a black guy, and then his arms are wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a terrible fate to suffer.
Yeah.
Being a car guy.
What other black guys are in wheelchairs? I know there's more.
Yes.
Definitely more.
I think there's more.
Maybe a little bit of homework for a little self-study.
No, Adam, I'm picking my nose on. You can't put it on. Thank you.
I got a new band for my Apple Watch.
How does it feel?
It feels nice. I like the color too. The old one, it snapped on me.
What'd you do? You got too pissed?
No, it's just I like the one where there's no latch. You just kind of put it over like a Livestrong bracelet. Mm-hmm. I prefer these. They're like more comfortable. And then the fabric ones, they start to stink. But yeah, I couldn't ride the indoor bike for 2 or 3 days.
Because you didn't have your watch.
Right, I didn't have the watch. Yeah.
You can't just tie a string to it.
Yeah, I gotta do exercise more consistently. I'm feeling like fucking dog shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm really fucking.
I think I really fucked between COVID twice, a year of too much cocaine, and then a year of veganism. I think I aged a decade.
You look nice.
No, I mean like my
organs?
cardiovascular system. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I just get winded way too easily. And I was feeling better when I was like going to the gym and using the sauna. That definitely helped.
I feel like we're in a fucking sauna right now on this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm wearing a fucking flannel.
Yeah, I don't have. I need more time.
Yeah.
I need fucking time.
Yeah. Going on the road sucks.
Well, it's not the road. I mean, I wake up at 7, and then I guess there's a little bit of time there, but I brush my teeth and get a coffee, and then it's time to take the train in here. And then, this is all, there's always other shit that, you can't just do the podcast or focus on it. It's emails and calls and meetings and, spreadsheets.
Spawn.
He's not in a wheelchair.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's lost use of his legs and when he puts that suit on.
No, he goes to hell.
Wait, so who's the guy who's like a black superhero guy?
Maybe Warlord from Iron Man?
No.
War
I thought it
Master?
was Spawn. It was like a TV show on Fox.
No, Spawn is he gets.
The devil or something.
You know what really made me sad? I never read comic books, but I did read Spawn, And when as an adult, I was like, everybody was doing the comic book thing. I was like, was Spawn good?
Yeah, you read it back. You were like, this sucks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It really is. All this shit is just for children.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he's like an assassin that gets double crossed by his boss and is killed during a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to hell and he misses his wife, so he makes a deal with Satan. And Satan says, if you become like a general in my army of
Darkness.
demon soldiers, I'll send you back to Earth. So he sends him back to Earth, and then he gets the Spawn suit, and the fat clown, the Violator, is like he's like one of Satan's
Minions.
Minions, basically. He's like a demon that is there to he's not really a guide, but like basically like Spawn's a slave.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay, here's what your powers are. If you use them, you like run out of energy, and if you run out of enough, you go back to hell. So then he meets a guy who I think like used to also be like a demon or something, but then he like purified his soul, and now he's like an angel in God's army, and then he like kind of is trying to help Spawn out in some way. I don't know, I don't really remember, but he definitely wasn't handicapped. I know that. Yeah. What might be good is that HBO series, the Spawn HBO series.
I watched.
Which follows the comics pretty closely, but I've only ever, multiple times, watched the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah.
And couldn't get into it.
Let me see. Mantis. It was on Fox. Do you remember the show?
Man-tits?
Mantis. No, Mantis.
Oh, like a praying mantis.
Yeah. But it was a acronym.
For,
yes. It was a Sam Raimi show on Fox. For some reason, I remember it. It was on for 1 year. 22 episodes.
Yeah.
I was really into Fox in that era. Yeah. Wealthy, outspoken scientist Dr. Miles Hawkins is shot in the spine by a police sniper during a riot.
And Mantis stands for Miles, a beep that is chaired.
Mechanically augmented neurotransmitter interception system. So yeah, he's a guy in a wheelchair, and then he puts on a suit, and then he can fight crime.
You don't like that?
I liked it.
I feel like
Say it again.
Miles, a beep that's in chair. Oh, that's Mantic.
Yeah.
That's sorry.
In sitting.
That is sitting.
It is sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Miles a beep that is sitting.
I think you got that one. Gins, how are we? 58. So any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts, please come out to Detroit and then also Denver next month. And I will be at the Chicago Improv with not next weekend, but the weekend after next. Haven't been to Chicago for a while, so that'll be fun. And
Chicago is great to do comedy. Great comedy.
And then, yeah, as of next week, we should have a new podcast host. And we can start filling up the calendar with ads again. If you like the Adam Friedland Show, I know a lot of people don't like the Adam Friedland Show podcast.
I love it.
It's, and it's hard to frame this in such a way that doesn't sound like a complaint. Because for years, if you podcast, people will say, oh, what's the big deal? You have to have a conversation for an hour twice a week. Mm-hmm. This is what a conversation for an hour looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty mundane, meandering.
This is what
not interesting.
This is what just an hour of conversation.
Yeah.
A week looks like. The Adam Friedland Show. We've both, whatever. I don't want to qualify it. However, this has been a goal to get to a place where we can do a talk show or, really work unfettered by, material concerns. But the show does require your support. So if you like the show, please subscribe on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Maybe click the ads if they appeal to you. I don't know if
maybe buy every ad.
Yeah, buy everything, and then check out patreon.com/TAFS. If you do happen to like the Adam Friedland Show podcast, there is an additional one of these conversations once a week that is posted there.
This week we had two.
The video, and then also if you subscribe at the associate producer or producer level, which corresponds to $15 or $25 a month.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but the show, we do need your support. You get your name real pretty in the credits.
Yeah.
And hopefully down the line there'll be like additional stuff we can offer, but
this is an independent production, and it requires support from viewers like you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that we're
it's
really
cool.
happy about the show.
And
we're
fun.
really happy about the talk show.
Yeah, you don't have to be happy for us, but
we have 3 interviews in the can, and we're wrapping up all 3 of those episodes, and hopefully we'll get them out to you as soon as possible. But thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks,
and
guys.
We'll catch you next time. Bye. It's fucking hot in here, dude. I don't know why. My back is just wet. Are you all right? Your head?
yeah, I'm really dizzy.